Yeah, buddy. It is bright and early. And we got us another load. I'll let you know where we're going. We're working that 53-foot roll door. Stay tuned. Let's get ready to go get this load. Or drop off this load. Let's see what everybody's doing. Nobody's in there. Somebody fell asleep. Oh man. Nothing like a nice little pit stop at home for a nap. Spot 'em. What are you guys doing? I caught you. Oh yeah. Getting it started, guys. Getting it started. Letting that air build up. Check it out. Make sure I pulled that pin. We're gonna do my little inspection. Hopefully I have a spot when I get back. It's getting slim. Nice, seal still intact. Tires look good. So we're heading to Hurricane, Utah. Basically St. George, Utah. Just a little up the road. Hurricane is like, Hurricane would be considered like Henderson in Vegas. Or, Green Valley, basically. Still Vegas. When you come to Vegas and you're driving through Henderson or Green Valley, you won't know any difference. You just think of Las Vegas. Oh, I'm in Las Vegas. That's how it is when you go to St. George. Driving through St. George, you'll be in Hurricane and still thinking you're in St. George type deal. Little county. But we stopped and took us a nice little nap. Our appointment is not until 5 and we're about 2 hours away. An hour and 50 minutes. So let's get on the road. All right. Sturdy windshield man is back at it. We're on it, guys. We're on it. We're gonna stop and get some death. Hopefully I have a spot when I get back. They've been cracking down right here. It's a good spot to park. We're not in the way, but they don't want us anywhere. But where I park at, there used to be more space available, but they cracked it down, I guess. One side is considered residential and the other side is considered commercial. Here in Vegas, I don't know when they changed that law or when it went into effect or if it was something that always was like that, but we can park anywhere but residential, no matter what. No matter if there's space or no space, no matter if you're in the middle of the desert. If they really want to give you a ticket and make you move, they can if you're in a residential area or a residential zone. Park anywhere else. So where I park at, sorry, I was trying to pay attention. Where I park at, there's I usually park on the non-residential side because I don't get any tickets, but like a couple of trucks behind me, they always get tickets. Every time somebody park right there, they get a ticket. But where I park at up, I usually never, I don't know, you know, I haven't gotten a ticket there yet, knock on wood. So I think other people are catching on, because usually everybody else park in the back behind me because there's more shade. You're like underneath that freeway, and it feels more safe, more in the back than where I park at, I guess. I don't know. But hopefully I have a spot when I get back. If not, I'll figure it out. But we're going to get us some fuel. Got us a good load. You guys watched the last video. We went from Las Vegas to San Diego. Bobtailed from San Diego down to Ontario. Picked up in Ontario. Did a little pit stop here in Vegas. Got us a little nap. Got to see the family. I would have brought one of my kids with me, but my son has a basketball game early in the morning. I could have brought my daughter. Her volleyball game is not until 4, and I'll be back by then. My son has a tournament. It's playoffs right now, so I'm missing this playoff game. So if they win their first game, they play at 12. So I'm hoping they win their first game so I can make it to 1, because I should be back around 11. Some good coffee I made at home. So hopefully they win that first game at 10 o'clock, and then they play at 12, and I can make it to the 12 o'clock. I might make it the halftime of the 10 o'clock game, depending on how long it takes them to unload me, because my appointment's at 4 o'clock Vegas time, 5 o'clock Utah time. So I'm crossing over to a different time zone. So hopefully it doesn't take more than 2 hours to unload me. We are going to a Walmart facility. I've been there once before. I did a loadout back in the day when I was doing loadouts and all that stuff. And I think that Walmart was the last loadout I did. I think I picked up a loadout from Arizona. Picked out a loadout when I was in Arizona, because I dropped off a loadout from Vegas to Arizona. And with those loadouts, they give you like 4 days, no more than 5 days. It depends on where you're going. But most likely, all the ones I got was like 4 to 5 days. You know, you can book you some loads in between from the destination to where you're heading. They give you 4 or 5 days to book some loads and to get the trailer there, and then that's it. So I think I have booked a loadout trailer from Las Vegas. It was headed to Phoenix, Arizona. It was a Snyder trailer, I think. And I think I booked me a load, booked the loadout from Vegas up to Cali. Cali down to Phoenix, so I only got like 2 loads out of that thing. And then I got lucky that there was a loadout going from Phoenix to that Walmart distribution center. It was a Walmart trailer. So booked me a load. I don't know where I booked the load from. I know I didn't get one. I had to then head up there and drop it off, because I didn't get a load up to St. George. I think I got a load. I think I got a load up to Salt Lake from somewhere. Maybe from Phoenix up to Salt Lake, and then Bob headed down from Salt Lake down to Hurricane, dropped it off, because all the loads from Salt Lake were cheap. It was basically just fuel, literally fuel money. They get from Salt Lake to Vegas, and it was heavy, and I was like, you know what? I'd rather save some life in my truck than take a free load just for some fuel money, and then still have to bobtail up and drop it off. So it was on the way home. I remember that was my ultimatum. I made an executive decision. And I think that was the reason why I didn't want to do loadouts anymore. Just because you don't have enough time with them. You only can get 1 or 2 loads in. Then you got to find another loadout or try to find a power only load. And at the time, my authority was still somewhat fresh. And a lot of the power only loads I was finding, they wanted me to have, my authority season for 6 months or a year, or that's when I decided, you know what? I'm going to do Amazon for 12 months and see how that goes. See if it's profitable. Then I just got used to doing Amazon. I didn't even, just Amazon gang, and I got used to that. I got lazy with that because, like I said, when you're on operator, when you have your own MC, DOT, your own authority, like your own small trucking business. So I know they're trying to define what an owner-operator is legally. I know in California that's what they did. They defined it to where if you're an owner-operator, you have to have your own authority, or you're not an owner-operator. You're working, for a carrier, and they have to pay you as an employee and not a contractor. But yeah, when you're an owner-operator, when you're running underneath your own numbers authority, when you're not a contractor, or when you are a true contractor, I don't know. When you're running underneath your own MC authority, you're gonna have to do things like dispatch. You can't call, it's not like owner-operator, you own this truck, but I'm leased on to a mega company or a different company, and I can call them, hey, I need a load out of here to here. I can't find anything for this price, and then they'll be looking while you're driving, and hopefully they get you something that you like. The owner-operator, I don't think it's worth it to hire a dispatch company, because I get calls with dispatch companies, hey, we can keep you moving. We just need a certain percentage out of the load. Some of them, they want 5% or something like that. You just pay them at the end of the week, but that's cutting into your profit. That's like having another factoring company. And I think, in my experience, when I tried it before, just to see if it was worth it, and at the end of the day, they're doing the same thing I could do. They're working off the DAT board, or Truckers Path, or whatever DAT's competitor is. And half the time, I would test it out. I would tell them, hey, I'm here. I need a load from here to here. And the first time coming out of, I think I took a load. They got me a load from Vegas. I let them do their job. And they called me, hey, we got this load for this price now. I'll see if we can get it for this. Hey, we got this. This is the best they say they can do. I was like, oh, I gotta be better than that. And I was like, you know what? It's the first load. That's all they need you to do is that first load. Even if you just do one load with them, they still made profit. They made something from nothing. So, that was my learning experience. I was like, all right, I'll do that load for that price. And I did the load from Vegas. It was going up to Fresno area, but it wasn't Fresno. It was like a small town out there, like a farm town. And it was like return goods. I think that was like my first video ever. If you go to my first video down there, you'll see that I dropped off like at it looks like literally somebody's house on the side of the road, but it was like returned Amazon goods or something that they bought from an auction on pallets. But yeah, so I did that, and then I called and was like, alright, I'm empty, can you give me something else? And I was like, there's a load on here going from here to here. I forgot where it was, but it wasn't that far off. And I was like, call and get this load for me. So they called and they're like, they're offering this. I'm like, nah, you can do better than that. This. Tell them you want this. And then they called me back, and he said the same thing. I talked to him, and this is the best that they can do. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with that one. See if you can find something else. And then I called up there, and I I was like, hey, the whole spill. I'm looking at the load from here to here, and give me your MC and all that stuff. And you asked them what are they thinking about? How much you guys were trying to get the load off for, and using it. Go, how much is it gonna be for you to get the load? And then I'll go, just let me know what you guys are trying to get it off for, and I can work with you. And then they gave me a number. They gave me the same number that they gave me, the broker company that I hired, the carrier, or not carrier, because I'll be the carrier, the shipper, the broker for the shipper gave me the number, the same quote that they gave my broker or my dispatch. And I told him, no, I can do it. I can get it done for this price. This is, this would be the best price I can do is this price. I gave him more than what I told my dispatch to get it for, by like $100, $150, and then they came back with the number that I wanted, or that I was comfortable with. So I really wanted the number that I first gave them. So I was like, I can do it for this. And then they gave it to me. All right, we can do it. I'll send over the bill, blah, 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 blah. But that just let me know that the dispatcher company didn't even, oh yeah, we can do it for this. And they were like, no, they just called. All right, we're doing it for this. Okay, let me see if that's all right with my driver. And called back and told me that that's the best that they could do, and they really tried to give me, it was just some BS. I didn't. After that, I was like, yeah, I'd rather instead of paying somebody a percentage of my load, and they're not even getting a good, the more, if they get the number right, they get paid more. They're getting a percentage. They're just going off of whatever they're offering. They're not even trying to counter offer a bid up. At least the company that I trusted as a dispatch company. So, long story short, I had them already used them, and I pay them by the week. So for it to be profitable for me, they at least had to give me 3 to 4 loads a week for me not to really feel that extra 5%. So I let them get me back home, basically. Well, I booked myself that load, and then when I got closer up to, I think I was like in Oakland or something, and took the load from there up to Oakland. When I got to Oakland, I was like, hey, find me something making it back to Vegas. And they got me close. They got me like, to LA or something like that. But, and after that was done, I paid them for that week. I think I paid them $250 for that week. And, I think that's what it was. It wasn't a percentage. It was per week. I think it was $200 or $250 per week, and they had put as many loads as they can in that week. It wasn't a percentage. Maybe that's why they didn't negotiate. They didn't care. They already had their $250 for that week. So, but yeah, and that was it. I told him, you know what, I'm gonna keep you guys updated, but for now I don't need your service. And that was my experience with hiring a dispatch company. I feel, right now I'm on dispatch and it's kind of hard because, right now I'm under a load, but I'm always on the load board looking for another load from when I'm empty. And I don't like to, not double book it, but I don't like to, or I try not to, say I'm dropping this off in St. George and then there's another load coming from St. George at, 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, but my drop off is 5. I might not book the one coming out at 1 o'clock because I might not be able to make it. I might have to call call them and say, I can't make it, or can you, work with me on the time, pickup time, I arrive late. I've had that happen to me a lot of times. I go to a place and I'm end up sitting there for 5 hours and I'm missing the load that I already had booked, and that messes everything up with that company, that brokerage company and all that stuff. But yeah, so if you're out here, unless you hire your wife or have your kid do it, if you have a teenager, that'd be a perfect first job for them. Teach them how to call and do bids on your loads for you. Or if you have your wife, that'd be a nice thing for her to do. She can do the dispatching and you can do you be trucking and you can pay her to do that, pay your kid to do it. But it'd be in-house. I would do in-house teaching in-house dispatch, teaching a family member or somebody on how to do it and what to do. Pay them $250 a week to get it done. It'd basically be the same thing. So I don't like hiring dispatchers. If you're a trucker out there, you don't mind having a dispatcher do your dispatching, leave a comment down there. Let me know. But we're about to get some DEF. I think we have enough to make it up there, and I'll probably put some fuel in the tank to come back. But keep me updated, guys. I'll see you guys when we drop this load off. Let's get to it. Alright, we made it. Tried to check in. We're about an hour and a half before our appointment. They told me to come back, and yeah, so they're like, yeah, we can't, on the weekends we can check you in, or the weekday they can check us in an hour early, but on the weekends they only can check us in 30 minutes early. So he told me to come back 20 minutes. Let's see, what is it? 350, 345, somewhere around there right now. So he told us to come back at 420, so it's like 30 minutes. So we're gonna, I don't know where I can go to wait. Gonna drive somewhere right here, pull over, and try my best to wait. But it's really hurricane. I've never been this deep into a hurricane before. I went to school in St. George my senior year. I lived over in Santa Clara, and I had a buddy that lived in hurricane. This is before hurricane is what it is now. I mean, the road I'm on now, I don't think it was even here when I was in high school. Like all this was the wilderness when I called this place home. But a buddy of mine lived in Hurricane. We used to go to his house all the time on the weekends for like, get-togethers and all that stuff. And his housing community was like basically the only thing in Hurricane. And then it was all, like I said, just the outback. We used to come out here and go, hiking out here or bonfires. Like, this was the outback. So I don't know where I can stage for 20 minutes here because I didn't see no gas station. And I know if I would have parked in that little driveway, they would have probably came and made me move. So I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna see what. Like there's a little fuel station here for natural gas here. Yeah, there's cars parked there. So I'm gonna go in here. Let's see if I can pull up right there where the camera's at. Let's see what we can do. Oh, look, a couple cars, trucks here. This is probably where that other truck is staged at. A couple of cars, probably where people come to their home time at. I can get in where I fit in over here. Somewhere. Says no parking there. I'm gonna park right here in this stall because it doesn't look like it's a busy place. And see what happens. Alright, we checked in 30 minutes before. We got here like at 4:22, but there's another driver in front. So we got to check in 30 minutes before our arrival time. I guess on the weekday you can check in an hour early. On the weekends they only let you check in 30 minutes early. But this is a pretty huge facility. I guess it's been here for a while. He said it's been here for over 31 years. But I do not remember ever noticing this, even though I didn't come to Hurricane that much. Like I said, I was over in Santa Clara, so like, we hung out like a lot on Bluff. I think that's like all the food stuff and all that stuff. And my dad's mom lived around there, so first time ever coming to St. George, that's what I've noticed. Not Santa Clara, but like near Bluff Street and all that stuff. But yeah, 31 years this has been here. Walmart is super strict. You like to see that seal, that, you gotta have the seal on there. They check it. And, everything has to match from the truck number to the trailer number, or they will not check you in. It's not that the person at the gate that's checking you in won't check you in. The system, because he has to enter that in their little handheld. If anything doesn't match up in that little handheld, it will not allow him to check me in. So let's see, you said a right and a right. So I have to drop my trailer, which I hate doing here. They make you drop your trailer and park over on the side and all that stuff. gotta slide my tandems. I'll do that when I get the door. Anderson. That was one of my goals right there. I remember when I was looking for my first CDL job before I decided I was gonna commit with no pay May. I said I'm gonna go out with no pay May, or I'm gonna get a job and then I'm gonna go to Anderson. But I called Anderson and I was like, hey, do you guys take on newbies? And they were like, nope. You have to have a certain amount of experience. Let's see. I'm gonna just slide my tandems right here because like that guy's gonna be going in. Just slide these tandems. Yeah, but I remember Anderson was one of the companies I was like, I'm gonna go work for them because they guaranteed home time. Guaranteed home time in the ads, even though I found out everybody tries to promote guaranteed home time when they're not gonna give you as much home time. You're still only gonna get 4 days at home before they threaten to take your truck and give it to somebody else. But hey, let's slide these tandems and get in this door so we can try to get home in a decent time. Let's do it. All right, well, handed in our paperwork. We have to wait for I guess they email you the BOL here. So we don't have to wait for that, but it's not gonna have a signature on it, which, interesting. Park over here where you just said park anywhere where the trailers are at, but I'm gonna follow this driver's lead. So they switched up a little bit. Hopefully that unsigned BOL, it's Walmart, so I wonder, oh no, mine came from Ohio. Or I guess they go around. I was gonna say, I wonder if this is where my Amazon trailer came from. They take really good care of their trailers, except for the storage trailers. The storage trailers, they don't really take good care of. But the retired trailers, they usually just retire them for the year because they got to keep their Walmart, so they want to keep a certain appearance. They want the newest and greatest and all that stuff. My trailer ain't a little ding here and there, but for the most part, the tires are good. The brakes were decent. I didn't have to change the brakes. I didn't have to really do anything. I went and got it inspected, and it was ready to go. I didn't have to put any money into it, except for what I bought it for. So that's pretty cool. Well, we're gonna just hang out and wait for them to unload me. Hopefully it doesn't take 80 hours. And hopefully they don't move my trailer from that dock door and I have to go find it. Because they asked, we have to move your trailer. Is Walmart allowed to? And how many straps do you have? I believe I strapped that load down. I think I put one strap on there. But I got like 15 straps just sitting in the back. So hopefully they don't move my straps. But yep. We're gonna make it happen. Just sit here and hang out and wait. Alright. Just like that, we are done. There we go. We're done, people. Taking about 45 minutes to get me unloaded. Seems like they email you the BOL nowadays. You gotta go to the gate and check out. And we're gonna make it home, hopefully in time for Kingston's basketball game. And for sure we'll be home by Ella's volleyball game. I might drop that in here somewhere. But hey, another good load. Let's do it.
Let's go, Nick!
Just rolling trucking. What's going on, man?